I'd like to share my screen. It's not sharing.
Okay.
Okay, it looks as I could share it. So, our company is MG Architect Ltd from Budapest, Hungary. The company was founded in 2003. Our profile is architect designing, forensic expertise and innovation. We have 30 architect designers in 3 offices in Hungary. 95% of our revenue comes from jobs that we won on public procurement tenders. Our customers are from many countries in Europe, and we have foreign public procurement experience in Switzerland. We are recognized as a designer of renovation of protected old buildings, state-of-the-art outdoor facilities, or we have a famous project, a renovation of problem solution of a prestigious hall in the Western Railway Station in Budapest, which was originally designed by Eiffel, who designed the Tour Eiffel in Paris. And also we have some innovative facades that we designed. This is a border crossing in Hungary. We have our own legal department for public procurement with European experience, but unfortunately we have no international success. And we know that it is owing to our too little size. So our target is taking part in international projects as subcontractor. That's why we are here on this conference. And of course, if you want to meet us or know more about us, I will give you our email and website. And let me tell you a bit more about ourselves, some further information. We are very interested in creating wise buildings, wise homes. Wise, we mean high quality, sustainable operation. For example, earth architecture. On the left side, you can see a building which is representing this wise building concept. And the whole thing is based on earth architecture, where we put together different materials and do exactly the same as nature does, but we do it in 1 minute instead of 1 million year. We press it together, and the result is a special brick, a mud brick, or a compressed earth brick that you can see on the picture. The main point of wise buildings or wise homes is the use of materials and the building structure. And in these buildings, the structure itself provide the basic comfort and green functions, such as heat and humidity control, saving energy, and the most important question of our period is energy. So we know that the most desirable energy is the one which we don't have to produce because it comes from the physical properties of the building material. And this is my boss, Markus Gábor, whom I'm going to hand over the word. And you can see our phone number, and eartharchitecture.eu is our website where you can get more information about our hobby, or it's much more than hobby, our credo. So let's pass over the word to Gábor.
Hello, this is Gábor Márkus speaking. I do not. Thank you very much for Agnes for this small introduction. So as Agnes told you, we are a small company with about 20 people, 20 engineers, architects, and experts, and we are very good in doing large-scale projects and also making expert reports. And I do not know whether you have any questions. And I would like to. I'm happy here to answer your questions.
I'm just wondering, because we were talking about that maybe you can share some pictures of the demo places in Zirt.
Yes.
Is it possible now to show, or it's not?
Yes, I'm now not in on this building plot where I could show you some pictures. So perhaps next time.
Okay, thank you. But can you say something about the status?
Sorry.
Yes, I would have a question. Did you measure how it's building materials or this kind of buildings reaction with earthquakes?
We have measured only the strengths of this adobe building material, and the strength is better than the widely used Itong. So the compression strength is about 2.8 to 5 Newton per square millimeter. In Hungary, we do not have earthquakes at all. So we can tell you that.
Yes, I know it's not common here.
We nearly never have earthquakes. So we are not. It was very interesting that once.
Yeah,
okay, sorry.
Yes, I know that we don't have, but you know, we have never had a hurricane also, but sometimes it could happen. So just this is why I'm asking it.
Yes, this building material is appropriate for building small scale houses. So only one flat with an attic, built-in attic, and these buildings are very good against earthquakes. So the earthquakes are demolishing always the higher buildings.
Yeah.
So this material is not appropriate for building too tall buildings.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And to sum it up, if I understood correctly, you are open to go for tenders in Asian countries as well, maybe as partner or subcontractor in designing work.
Yeah.
Plus, you do have this innovative technology, and you are open for any research or experimental project in the countries.
Yes.
Listed.
Yes.
Okay, we will share later all the presentations. So the others, the Taiwanese partners can have a look at it later. Okay, thank you for taking your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm giving the word to Mirjana's group, and she can showcase those pilots they have.
I represent a few companies because they are too busy. And let me share the presentation. Only a moment, okay. Okay. So the first presentation is about
If you could put in a slideshow mode, please.
slides. Sorry.
Right-hand side button.
Okay. Is it good? Do you see?
Yeah, yes, it's fine now. Thanks.
So I'm talking about the industrial hemp, the plant of the future in Serbia. And as you know, the problem today is the product of burning fossil fuels, and consequences are very hard, and they are in climate change. And because of this, I would like to explain that hemp was very popular in the past in Europe and especially in Serbia. And Yugoslavia earned billions of dollars at that time by growing industrial hemp. Today, we don't grow it as much, only a few, and agriculturals have lack of solutions for further processing of the stem of the plant. And in the most common cases, they plow the fields with the stalk and thus reduce the income by about 50 euros per hectare. Okay. And industrial hemp is a miracle of plant. Why? Because it gives biomass more than any other plant. It is about 10 tons per hectare of biomass when growing industrial hemp. And when burning it, and I will explain why, you get 3% of ash. This means that 97% is beneficial effect of this plant. And what is a miracle, it is that it absorbs more CO2 than trees, and it is 2 times more. And when burning it, you get 20% more energy than the best wooden pellets. So I'm talking about the pellet from industrial hemp. So when you are growing it, you have raw material, you can pelletize it, sell the pellet, and obtain energy from this pellet. And then the waste is ash, which is an organic fertilizer that you again use as land fertilization. And this is a very good example of circular economy. So going in the circle, the point is, and what is our idea, and now we're in the process to make a pilot project and 0 series of production. So the point is making pellet from industrial hemp. And this is our technological solution. And now we are in the phase to check the physical, chemical conditions and attitudes of the pellet. And we are sure that this is a very, very good energy source, which can make a small revolution in the energy system of Serbia and enable Serbia to become a green country. And our target users for this pellet are farmers. So each farmer can grow this plant, and the growing period is only 4 months. It's from April to August, and in these 4 months they can have this plant and to make a pellet and to have the energy for their households with no garbage, with efficient energy source. Also, heating plants can use it, public organizations, other households, and even energy could be exported. So farmers who grow hemp will produce energy for themselves. and they will have 100 euros of investment per 1 hectare, which will give 350 euros in pellets per 1 hectare. And we have already defended our intellectual property rights, and we received the protection document as a small patent in February 2023, which is very important. So now we are in the process to organize the growing of industrial camp in Serbia, and every cooperation with other partners is welcomed. So we will produce it, we will organize the growing, and we will collect and make a pellet from the heart of the plant. And so we will produce the energy. Thank you very much. Are you here?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes,
Are
we
you
are
here?
here. Yes,
Okay.
we are.
Okay. So if you have any questions, I'm here. If do you hear?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So if there are no questions, I
I
can.
would have one that do you know any pilot project or potential pilot projects for this technology?
We are now, we got the support of Innovation Fund of Serbia just now. What is the procedure of this is that we should establish a startup company, and they will support us in growing the first tour and to produce the zero series of industrial chemical pellet.
Mm-hmm.
This can be a very good energy resource from our region, so Hungary and the Balkan and the whole Europe, because the growing hemp is a very easy process. You don't need any pesticide. It's not dependent of the water, of the rain, and it's even cleaning the land. So it's making it more organic.
Yes, and it's ecological.
And it's much better than using solar panels or wind power or anything, because in all other technologies you have waste, which is a problem, and also for when using solar panels you have reduction of the power during the years. So and energy efficiency is not more than 40%. And here in our case, it's about 97%.
Okay.
Okay. And who is the next?
You can go on with the other presentations.
Okay, so the next, I would like to present the Center of Green Economy that is just established in the city of Kragujevac in the middle of Serbia. So the center is part of the University of Kragujevac and is this multidisciplinary. It's the first in the region, and the task of this center is to support companies to become more green. So we have a pool of experts, and we have also external experts from other countries that, and we have also the pool of companies that are offering the solutions for the companies in Serbia and in the region to make their production green. This means that we will be mentors, we will give advices, consulting, we will link a research academia with companies. And also we started with a short program for green managers at the University of Kragujevac. And this program consists of 6 subjects, which are necessary to understand and to implement green business. The focus is on green accounting that will be the obligation for each company dealing with European Union market. So each company should calculate the CO2 or pollution gas emission through the whole process of production. And this will be also taught at this short program that will start in 1 month. So these are our efforts for Serbia, for the region, and for everybody to teach people and to to show best practices and the case studies and to involve professors, students, and academy and companies in this process, which is necessary. So I wanted also you to know this, and we invite all companies that have good solutions to join us, and also they can offer their solutions, and also companies who need assistance and help. And also we invite investors who are willing to support financially the work of our center in the middle of Serbia, in industrial center of automotive industry in Kragujevac. This is what I wanted to.
So are they open to network with Asian partners as well? Am I understood?
We are open to everybody, and all good solutions are welcome. Experts are also welcome, and also the companies that need assistance and consulting are welcome.
Mm-hmm. And did they get any structural funds, or how did they set up this?
This center will be supported financially by a German fund, GIZ fund.
Mm-hmm.
So because they know that all suppliers or their companies that are coming from Serbia, they must have this green accounting and the knowledge of green economy. So they decided to support us.
Good. Thank you.
Of course, we accept also others to this should be the Chamber of Commerce of Serbia also as supporter, the ministries and probably UNDP and other funds.
Great, thank you. And will they join our mission to Taiwan? Do you think so? Or some representatives?
I hope so. Okay.
Good. And do you have any further ideas?
Do you ask me?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
About?
If there are other, because you mentioned 4 ideas to share, so I'm wondering if you have.
It's only a moment to see. I will also present this company. Sorry. So to stop sharing this. Okay, and now. Okay. I wanted to share with you about E10 engineering company. This E10 means IT and energy. The company is from Serbia, from Novi Sad, and it is the motivation of the company is funded. It's funded by the engineers and managers experienced in the industrial and smart grid software, with the idea to fill the gap in the market by providing qualified services. So they are mostly engineers. It's with 30 permanent employed people. Also with low expertise, they have maintenance staff and IT and power engineers 27. They make development services, development of application based on SCADA, DMS, EMS, OMS systems, consultancy of all phases of a smart grid project, design and operation philosophy of power transmission and distribution networks, and they perform research and development work on its software called Operation and Maintenance Helper, designed to support operation and maintenance in the industry and small distribution utilities. So they do the development, data integration and migration, custom development, and they are very good in any cloud solutions, in remote access solutions, and they can offer skills and tools to work in Java, Spring Boot, Apache Kafka, and other. I don't want to go into details, but as you see, they are very good in SCADA system, advanced DMS and transmission networks. And what they have a very long-term contact and cooperation with Siemens, Power Ledger, Ministry of Labor, Employment and Social Policy in Serbia. So they have a very good references and good experience. And what I wanted also to stress is what they implement just now is digitalization of social care services. So it's also contribution to green living and green services. They do development and delivery of the system for the Serbian government, and they integrated system for social care institutions, all in Serbia, web and mobile clients for 175 branch offices, and up to 2,500 simultaneous users. They use private cloud in the government data center in Belgrade, and they offer support and cybersecurity for 24 hours each day in the week. So they are ready to offer these social care services system to other countries also. And they are very good in local energy market, but also, as I stress, is in smart grid solutions of any kind. They work with power industry of Serbia, with intelligent networks in our energy system, but also in Qatar, they did and they work on power station dynamic models. And this is a very good company that is located in Novi Sad in Serbia. Thank you.
Great. If I'm not mistaken, they were alongside with you in Israel.
Yes,
So they are quite devoted to go international. So I would really recommend this.
And they have capacity, as you see, almost 30 engineers working in the company, and they really can work in widespread of areas, and smart grid is the core, but there's also social care system and or all systems that are connecting IT and energy systems are the focus of them.
Yes, thank you very much. Do you have any further, or shall I give the word to the next speaker?
So if I have only
I think one more. Yes.
If I can open this presentation, but okay, somebody else can have word, and I will come.
Okay, good, good. So, Alan? Maybe you could continue about LED balloon lights.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, it's my turn now.
Yes, you can.
Okay, it's my turn.
Viviana is searching the other
Okay.
presentation.
Okay. Hi everyone. Thank you for inviting. My name is Aline, and I'm from Taiwan. And today I'm going to share some information of our company products. It's LED balloon lights. Can I share the screen?
Yes, you can find that share icon.
Okay.
Mute,
Okay.
stop it down, and the next is sharing.
Okay. So, can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can. Thanks.
Yes. Okay. I will have a very brief introduction today, and our company, the name is Chunyang, and we was established in. I'm not sure if the screen you can see the screen on the right here.
Yes, we can see.
You can see, okay. Okay, so our company was established in 2002, and at the beginning we was like a distributor for Japanese brand, and around like 2013 we are have the new own brand is Young Light and also the Young Tool. All our products is here, and today we will focus on the balloon light system. And here I would like to show you the concept, which we was filmed last year and was reached to 68,000 views in 1 year. And I hope you can see some information here. Can you see the video?
Yes, it's working well.
Yeah. So our product is mainly for like the construction lights, also for events and camping as well. Yes, and it's made of LED panels. Okay, so here is our product concepts. In the middle of the light, there is a blower and also the LED panel in the middle of the light. And outside of the light, there is a light cover. So as long as we turn on the light, it's blow. So that's why we say the balloon light. And also we combine with the tripod, also the trolley as well. And what's the difference of our light with traditional light towers? Is our light is more like a green product. We can compare with the first part is like lifespan. For the LED product, we have like at least 25 years lifespan, and compare with the traditional light tower. And also the pollution, because the traditional light tower, they have a mercury amylate inside. And for our LED light tower, there is eco-friendly, there is no pollution. And also for lighting performance, we have glare-free lighting performance, which means you don't feel like very uncomfortable or very just strong for the light. And for the traditional, maybe when you walk on the street, you can see very strong lights, and you can see when people do the road work, it's very difficult to see pass by. And also the power consumption for the LED, as you may know that we have energy efficient, which means you don't have to spend a lot of money of the spend on the same wattage as well. Also the durability that our products can use longer. That is mean you don't have to waste a lot of different bulb, and also you don't have to waste a lot of different solid waste. And also we compare with the cost. If we see the same luminous flux is like 1,200 lumen, and we can save like 50% money on the same light performance. So which means when you use the LED light, it's more cheaper, and you don't have to waste a lot of just like a garbage. Don't produce a lot of garbage on the earth. And here's our system. We have like from the smallest one from 50 watts to 960 watts. And here we have some on-site photos. Our light is mainly for construction, which is on tunnel and road work. Also, there's some nighttime work. And when we have some subway, roadway, airport like on site, we have a different lighting can use here. And here's like some emergency using that we can use a lot of different lights. You can like earthquake happen, like here there's a Nepal, there's an earthquake, and we send our lights to there, and very soon, and people can use the lighting in the night immediately. Also, there's a night mission, there's an army, also police office, and also like a fire department, which you may know that a lot of like urgent mission in the night, you can use our lights. Also, there's a night work. Here's like a artwork in the night. So you can see when you painting, that's actually very important. The light has to be very equal, very average. So the light can make the function here. Also, we have like a camping, outdoor activity use. And we have a different like multiple use. You can put on equipment or like cars or like a trolley as well. Also, we have like a customized, like a ceiling balloon, or we can have a logo printing cover. And which means like if you have any customized requirements, we can have further discussion. And here's our advantage. Our product is mainly export to Japan, and at the moment, the product is already on the first market share in Japan, which means we can guarantee our product, and also our product is also the long lifespan, and the product is for the light is glare free and 360 degree. And also we have IP65, which is proof the water and the dust as well. And it's very easy to set up, and it's family friendly as well. And we can do also OEM and also ODM available. And our product is made in Taiwan. And today we will have some special offer for the event, for the webinar. So as you may know that our products have from the smallest one is 50 watts to biggest one is 960 watts. So our most popular two model is 300 watts and a maxi 500 watts, which is a very important product for us. And we can have like for each of the products. So for one piece, it's like 800 for 300 watts. And if you want to buy more, there's a 40 pieces to have like a 700 US dollars. And for the 500 watts, we have like a one piece with like a $1,550. And for 24 pieces, we can have like a $1,350. And all this offer is received by July 20. And I believe you can, if you have like more information, if you need more details, please contact me. And my name is Aline, and here's my email address. And thank you a lot today for welcoming me to share more information of our company products. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Sorry?
Can you hear me? I'm just wondering, if I'm not mistaken, you were here in Budapest, Hungary, and in Poland as well on a company mission. I'm wondering about your impression and how you can see the collaboration with European partners, and do you have any specific expectations from or against the partners?
Yes. So I think for at the moment, our company is looking for some business partners in Europe as well. And we have some approach now, but we in like we can discuss more if you have any questions, or like you have like a cooperation intention. We can have further details after this meeting. Yes.
Okay. And what was your
Any
impression?
branches?
Hmm?
Sorry. So do you have any branches in Europe or any partner yet?
We have, you mean like a distributor overseas?
Yes.
Yes, we have, at the moment, we have some distributor in like Japan, and also in Asia, and the US, also the Canada. But for the Europe, we are starting. Yeah, we are starting. So at the moment, we are looking for more, because right now we are talking with some UK distributor and also Poland as well. But also we have like clients from Belgium as well. But the rest of the countries, we are still looking for more opportunity. And I think that is a very good start for us, because we have a very strong base in Asia and also in Taiwan and Japan. And we want to explore to like Europe as well. Yeah, so we are open to discuss if you have any idea to cooperate more.
Helen, what do you think is the most important advantage of your products?
Not important.
Advantage.
The most advantage. Oh, okay. So actually our product is for like you walk on the street. There's a lot of like a site worker, like a lot of workers in the area. And then they usually use a very strong LED light. When you drive past, you will feel very like uncomfortable for your eyes. So first, as I just shared, there's a lot of night mission. You can use the light because the light is more average. And then you can use the light for events, also for party, and also for like a construction working as well. So the light is like a more efficient because it's made by LED, and it can work longer than usual light tower. So I think the most advantage for us is that you can use it on a lot of different night mission areas, like events. There's a lot. So I think that is our main purpose of our products. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so
Thank you. Maybe Mirjana, you can take the word, or I can share another profile. I mean, just a video which I was provided.
okay, thank you.
Thank you for taking your time and keep in touch. And we will
Yes.
direct our clients towards you. And as agreed, we can meet in person in
Yeah.
October when we will be in our mission.
Okay,
Indeed. Thank you.
thank you.
Do you hear my present? Do you see my presentation?
Now, yes.
No, this one. The Gramina program, do you see?
Now I cannot, but before I saw for a second.
Okay, so again. Do you see Gramina program?
Yes, now, yeah.
Okay. So it's we are coming again to the industrial hemp, this miracle plant. And I'm now presenting a company, Gramina. Gramina is a company that consists only of women, and the leader, the owner is Professor Maja Timotijevic. She is professor at the Faculty of Agriculture in Novi Sad. And the focus of the company is to offer the highest quality of products extracted directly from nature to your table. And it is to elevate an active lifestyle that would be a perfect synergy of well-balanced body, spirit, and mind. What Gramina offers? They are offering the cosmetic products from a seed to the final product. That they use the most safest methods for production, and people in they are different. People in need of high potency CBD oil and the most natural hemp products will be able to find Gramina's line of products. They are producing a full spectrum CBD oil with one of the high CBD concentrations available, 100 megagram per serving. So they are farming. They process raw material of hemp, and then they make they do purification process, and they make cosmetic products. Through distillation to the full potency of the whole plant to lab testing, and then they get the highest potency of CBD extracted directly from nature. So the products are CBD products, hemp cosmetics with CBD oil, hemp food at pet line for pets, for animals. CBD is a natural compound mostly found in hemp, and CBD doesn't get you high as THC compound mostly found in marijuana. All Gramina CBD products contain less than 0.2% of THC. CBD oil is made of hemp flower and contains cannabinoids. Hemp oil is made of hemp seeds and doesn't contain this, but contains omega-3, 6, and 9, and other vitamins. These products are very beneficial. They reduce anxiety and depression. They are add for good sleeping. They improve focus, they relieve pain, reduce inflammations, they strengthen immunity and reduce stress. These are the products, full spectrum of CBD oil, 10%. Here are the features of these products. Then CBD gums. Gummies are formulated with simple and clean ingredients without artificial colors, flavors, and sugars, with 100% natural fruit juice, honey, and CBD. Also, they produce CBD gel. It's luxurious gel formulated with the finest ingredients to support healthy muscles and joints. It is a balanced combination of all these phytocannabinoid-rich hemp oil. They have 100% natural hemp cosmetics with anti-inflammatory effect, anti-aging, with A, B complex, C, D, E vitamins, and 20 amino acids, including 9 essentials. They have also hemp shampoo and conditioner with CBD. Also the toothpaste with CBD, shower gel, face cream that nourishes the skin, balances the natural fat, protects the moisture of the skin, anti-age cream, also luxurious package, eye cream, hemp mask with zeolite green clay, hemp facial scrub, hemp soap, hemp lip balm, hemp body lotion, hemp anti-cellulite cream, hemp toning oil, hemp foods, plant-based vegetarian and vegan foods, hemp tea, raw hemp seeds that you can eat as a source of complete protein and of fibers, roasted hemp seeds, curd hemp seeds, hemp protein, hemp seed oil, pet line with CBD, and this is all for the pets. Okay, so today I'm promoting the hemp as a miracle plant. This is industrial hemp, and as you see them, you can use this as a cosmetic source and also for energy of biomass. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, indeed. And again, let me ask about their intention with third countries.
Of course, these products are already exported to United States, so they have a branch office there, and they are interested in widening cooperation with other countries. Of course, Asia is a good market in focus.
Good. Thank you very much. And then I do have a video to share about the Taiwanese company. They also attended this mission towards Hungary and Poland. They are called Ligtech, and they are dealing with LED technology. And they would like to find distributor partners in Europe. Sharing the screen, hope you are seeing.
基电子集团是以 LED 光电事业为主体的营运企业，长期以来一直以发展绿能科技为主。20多年来，以稳健的作风、雄厚的实力，为国际带来最优质、最全面的光电产品。发展至今，将光电产业资讯化配合高品质生产，为全球不同地区的客户提供专业的服务。
我们现在已经渐渐把这个方向主轴，这个是看在能源这个上面，就是说如何去创造能源，跟如何去节省能源。我想这个是我们在一个发展的主轴。在下一步，在我的整个的规划产业链里面，当然还会在一个储备能源啊。所以说，在这一个开发能源、跟节省能源、跟储备能源，我想这个是我认为这个是未来在所有的企业上面，它所应该要去思考的一个问题。
利基集团的专业光电制造领导地位，多年来一直备受各界肯定，并且一贯以善用公司资源、持续改善品质、不断提升技术、赢得客户满意的4大品质政策以及经营理念来供应国内外的客户需求。而透过国际专业认证评估，支持产品的高可靠性，飞机电子生产技术和良率也在业界的水准之上，不断赢得客户。
我们跟高铁合作的这1个月来跟，这全部都是利基的团队、开发团队努力的把它开发出来。高铁用到现在良率是低于0.07%。那再来就是这个成本的完全掌控，跟日本的这个产品比较起来，几乎是只有它的30%的一个 cost。
迎接光时代的来临，利基集团以领航员的使命感，汇聚了技术和人才，坚持在每个细节计较品质，专注在经验的累积，协助客户产品升级发展以及全球市场的接轨拓展，向下一个更高的目标出发。光电伙伴选择利基，就是掌握成功先机。
You stop driving at night.
So
Problem.
hope you
This simple ice hack was
it continues.
go from this to this. I know it sounds weird, but here's why this ice hack could be the solution.
As mentioned, they operate in Taiwan. They would like to keep the production in Taiwan, but they are very open to enter to European places. Would like to find distributor who could direct these products toward the industry. As you could see, there are applications in transport, machinery, and so on. So if any of you are interested and if you have any question towards them, I can forward and get back to you. If you know, then we can continue with the more presentational part. So now I would like to ask the China IP SME Helpdesk, Katarina, to give a presentation about the services of the Helpdesk.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Just allow me very quickly also to share my screen. Okay, do you see my screen?
It's opening now.
It's opening. It's taking a bit of time. You still don't see it, I suppose.
No. Still opening.
Great.
You should stop sharing the previous.
No, it's okay now.
Perfect.
Good.
So hello everyone, my name is Katerina Yuba. I'm a project executive of the China IP SME Helpdesk, and I will briefly present to you today our services. We already know that intellectual property plays a crucial role in today's global economy, but SMEs still face challenges when it comes to protecting their intellectual property rights, and especially when it has to do in expanding their business into foreign markets such as China. And this is where we come in. This is where China IP SME Helpdesk comes in. And as an initiative of the European Union, the Helpdesk is specifically designed to help the SMEs from the countries of the Single Market Program, which also includes Norway, Iceland, Liechtenstein, and from now on, Ukraine, Turkey, Montenegro, Serbia, and North Macedonia. So to help all SMEs coming from these countries to understand better and manage their intellectual property rights in China when doing business in China. So our primary goal, our main goal, is to provide free, confidential, and tailored advice to the SMEs through our team of legal experts who have extensive experience and expertise, of course, in Chinese IP laws and practices. Our experts are available to answer questions, provide guidance on intellectual property strategy, and also help the businesses to resolve all the IP related issues that may encounter when expanding, when doing business in China. More specifically, the Helpdesk has a geographic coverage in China, Hong Kong, Macau, and also in Taiwan, as different jurisdictions, of course, apply in each geographic area. And this personalized support is it is our policy to take place within 3 working days. So all our services, all the inquiries, the questions raised by the SMEs are replied within 3 working days. In addition to this, in addition to the services we provide, in addition to the expert advice, we also organize events, training events like the one that is going to take place today after my presentation, workshops and webinars, both in Europe but also in China, as we also have an expert team based in China. And these events offer the opportunity to the SMEs to deepen their understanding of the intellectual property in the Chinese context, also learn about the best practices, but at the same time network with the industry experts, and as such, like in the specific event, also promote their products. We also offer one-to-one consultations to SMEs, and as well self-learning materials for all those wishing to study first all the information we have and get informed at their own pace, and then maybe come back to us. And all this, of course, is free of charge as it is funded by the European Union. The SMEs and also, of course, all those interested can also find Helpdesk business-focused guides and training materials on China intellectual property issues. Everything is downloadable from our website. And we also provide fact sheets for all 4 different geographical regions, for all 4 different jurisdictions, and also case studies where SMEs can learn from cases that have already occurred previously, and we have helped them to manage this situation. For example, in case of infringement, on how to manage this situation. We should also mention that apart from the China Helpdesk, IP SME Helpdesk, there are also 6 other funded helpdesks that offer free resources to all the SMEs and help them by providing knowledge, tools, and the support they need in order to empower them so that they know how to safeguard their innovations and not be hesitant, like having a product and not be hesitant to export and to expand in foreign markets, and as such to achieve business growth and to also to grow their businesses. So that would be overall. So don't hesitate to send us your questions, to follow us on social media, and also stay up to date with all our developments, because we upload them regularly there. And of course, to reach out to us at any time for any questions, for any inquiries. And if you could also share with your network, it would be really helpful, as I believe they should be aware that we do provide these services free of charge. So that would be all from my side. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you indeed. Of course, we will share your presentation and distribute your program. It is very nice and really handy for the SMEs to get this service. So then let's continue on the details of IPR consideration in Taiwan. So I'm giving the word to Simon, if he's with us.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me just arrange to share my screen. I hope you can you see the presentation at the moment?
Now we are still seeing Katarina's presentation last slide. Okay. First.
If, okay. Okay, do you have it now, or is it still?
No, this is still Katarina.
Okay.
I'm sorry for intervening. It's actually the same presentation. It's just the continuation as
Good.
Yeah, we'll
right.
just continue from the point I left it. So thank you.
Okay, so let me just move through to the next. Right. Okay, so I hope everybody can see that. So this is me, Simon Cheetham. Thank you very much, Katarina, for the introduction. I'm Katarina's colleague on the China IP SME Helpdesk. This is me. While you're looking at that slide, I would like to just speak about the person who developed the presentation I'm going to give to you, and that was one of our panel of experts. Katarina mentioned that we have a panel of experts who support the work of the China Helpdesk and provide the depth and breadth of expertise to be able to respond to questions and issues that may be directed to the Helpdesk. And one of those is John Eastwood. He's the senior partner at Eiger law firm in Taiwan, who heads up the firm's IP and technology practice. John's been on the panel of experts for the China IP SME Helpdesk for some time. And in fact, if your mission goes ahead that you mentioned earlier, it may be that you meet with someone representing the China IP SME Helpdesk, and in which case that's likely to be John, who will be able to give you more background. He's extremely knowledgeable on Taiwan. So my thanks to him. This is very much his presentation with some additional thoughts and comments from me as well. Taiwan's push for a greener future. Taiwan has indeed been pushing towards renewable energy, although it's had some sort of renewable energy tracing back to the first hydroelectric generation in the Japanese colonial period. That's back in 1905. Current climate change issues have pushed renewables to the forefront of Taiwan's policy, to the extent that in the past 20 years there have been major efforts to mobilize solar, wind and geothermal options. Nuclear, which had been a mainstay of high power energy production, was sidelined in Taiwan after the Fukushima disaster in Japan. Taiwan has had very similar reactors, in fact of a similar age and design, and like Japan, Taiwan also faces similar geological risks from earthquakes, tsunamis, and indeed faces periodic severe weather. So Taiwan's final nuclear plants are in the process of being phased out, which gives rise to other concerns as we look at the amount of natural gas that's been used. And then there's the process of ramping up offshore wind, onshore wind, and solar generation, which has taken time, and geothermal generation, which is still very much in its preliminary phase. But Taiwan has set these targets and is pushing hard to accomplish them. So with a lot of foreign companies that are coming into Taiwan for particularly for offshore wind and for solar and for other areas of green energy generation and development, they are bringing in technologies in the wind, solar, and indeed other systems. And there is a government push for localization, which often makes it necessary for companies to pair up with or work with local companies. And on top of that, the Taiwan market may require changes to your business model to adapt to the local environment and language. And all this drives companies to collaborate with a local company or a partner, and that inevitably leads to an exchange of know-how. So if your patent filing plans have skipped Taiwan, then trade secrets may become the most important way to protect your know-how. Many companies do tend to overlook Taiwan from an IP perspective, as they often do not anticipate coming to Taiwan for business. And the development, for example, of offshore wind has only happened in the past few years. So if there were technologies that were 10 or 15 years old, companies may not have thought of Taiwan when filing patents at that time. Taiwan is not a patent cooperation treaty member, and that too can be a factor when considering jurisdictions for patent filing. So with that in mind, let's take a look at some patent strategies. First, the basics. There are 3 types of patents in Taiwan: invention, utility model, and design. The invention patents are granted for the creation of technical ideas. A utility model patent protects creations considered to have a lower degree of inventiveness than invention patents, such as inventions relating to the shape or structure. Whereas a design patent is an article created wholly or in part for visual appeal through the use of shape or pattern or color or a combination of those. And these include computer-generated icons and graphical user interfaces. So some thoughts about patent strategies. If you're going to be doing business in Taiwan, it's a good idea to include Taiwan in your current and upcoming filing plans. Any patents that you have, for example, in China or in Hong Kong or in Macau, won't help in Taiwan, because each of these jurisdictions, as Katharina has mentioned, has its own offices for handling intellectual property applications. And it's worth knowing that Taiwan is not a member of the Paris Convention, but will recognize patent priority dates under the World Trade Organization TRIPS agreement, which by implication brings in some of the benefits of the Paris Convention. The application process from start to finish takes approximately 2 years for invention patents, and maybe 3 to 8 months for utility models and design patents to be granted in Taiwan. That compares pretty much similarly with China, Hong Kong, and indeed Macau. The accelerated examination programs and the patent prosecution highway programs can speed up the process of examination. So there are some thoughts on patent strategies. Turning to copyright, copyright can be important, especially if you have proprietary software, which might be the bulk of your technology. There are some fascinating things that can be done by companies that have already entered the Taiwan market, that have ways of, for example, analyzing data about the ground, about the surface, what lays beneath the surface of the ocean, all issues related to the green sector, and all of which may be critical to construction and resource location. So it's good to know that Taiwan grants copyright protection on creation for works created in the World Trade Organization member countries. Taiwan does not have its own copyright registration system. It hasn't done that since around 1997, but courts will recognize and accept information about registration made elsewhere in the world. So what can be useful and helpful if you need to do copyright enforcement is to make sure that you have all your documents lined up. Think about employment contracts, hiring agreements. If you have any intellectual property purchased from somewhere, make sure that you have a clear documented track record of where you got that from, and the transfer of rights, the assignment of rights. Also, if you have a registration in some other jurisdiction where you can register copyright, then you may be able, or you will generally find, in fact, that that will be accepted in Taiwan as evidence that you do have a legitimate right in that copyright. As mentioned earlier, one of the biggest sources of problems is because of the localization drive, meaning that you may be paired up with a company where you have a collaboration and things go well at the start, but if they don't go well later on, or if there's a change in management, or if there are issues at a later point that you may find that your business partner has now become your competitor. So if things break down in that way, you may find they continue to use your software, they could use your hardware. So this is one more tool to have control over that relationship. Copyright infringements in Taiwan have criminal and civil options for enforcement. So whereas for patents, you're purely relying on civil action for enforcement, under the Copyright Act, copyright infringements can be addressed with police action, with a criminal complaint. And in most cases, that is what you would need to have. And to back up the criminal complaint, you would have to prepare your own well-drafted complaint, which you could then submit to the authorities. There are certain circumstances in which the police could take action in a copyright matter, for example, as a crime against the state. But really for commercial matters or for software that's used in a non-consumer context, you'll find that you're the one who will have to write up the complaint and then submit it. So again, it's a very good idea to have all the documents that help prove that you have those rights, that you own the copyright, ready for when you might need them. So let's move on and take a look at the trademark strategies. It's actually really important to register your key word and logo marks in Taiwan. Generally speaking, European trademarks use Romanized characters, but you really need to consider Chinese as well. The Chinese marks are important because many companies will discover that even if they never intended to have a Chinese name, they've ended up with one. So especially if you're doing business in Taiwan, you are going to end up with a Chinese company name. And so it's good if you make your own choice about that and talk to your branding people, your marketing people, and your trademark counsel, and try and work out a name that's a good match for you and for your business. It could be, for example, a transliteration of your name, which sounds phonetically like the Romanized character name. But do be careful that you get some language input so that the phonetically sounding name actually is an auspicious choice. Some companies have made some fundamental mistakes choosing similar sounding names, which when translated don't convey the kind of message they would want. The alternative is also to use a translation to capture the meaning of your company's name or business. Or you could try, if you're very clever, to have a combination of the phonetic sounding and a translation to try and combine the two. One thing I would really like to emphasize at this point is that it's important that you never, ever let your local joint venture or business partner, no matter how close you are right now, don't ever let them register your marks under their name. You need to consider the impacts. It may result in the future in the joint venture business partner being impossible, or at least very, very hard to get rid of. And these situations can persist for a very long time. Also, the rationale may be that it seemed a good idea to have the local partner register those marks to make them feel tied into your collaboration, into the business, or because they just happen to be so helpful and offered to take care of it for you. But especially for small and medium-sized businesses, no matter what you have to do, you must maintain control over your brand and your name and your logo. Otherwise, if things go sour, then they can keep you out of the market. And imagine if you wanted to, to sell or license your brand or your business at some point, how much more difficult that would be if you do not have control over these registrations. So save yourself a lot of time and money by registering for yourself. Get your own counsel. Don't have the other party steer you to use their chosen trademark agent or attorney. Pay your own bills to register your marks for the trademark filings. Have your own communications with your own trademark agent, and make sure you are in direct communication and you give direct instructions for the filing work. And then any use of your brands by a joint venture or a local entity should be covered by a clear trademark license agreement that states how and when it can be terminated and limits activities and geographic scope. You want to have the ability, if the relationship ever breaks down, to be able to take back control of your brand. Registering trademarks also helps with domain names and other online platforms. For example, social media accounts may still be dominated by a local partner, even if you, for some reason, break up and split away. So it's good to have some control in that context too. And with your registrations, you can contact a lot of the platforms and undo a lot of the damage and maintain control over your social media and online presence. So if we move on to look at trade secrets, trade secrets really as an essential first step in protection, you do really need to have a non-disclosure agreement in place and confidentiality agreements or requirements put into your documents with counterparties. You really need to address this in terms of confidential information and trade secrets. There's no good reason to skip this, again, especially for small and medium-sized enterprises. People sometimes say that bringing up the idea of having the other party sign a non-disclosure agreement is awkward. And when people sometimes say that I'm trying to do business and it's a meeting and I feel a little bit funny about asking them to sign an NDA, but in fact, in any context where you're going to be talking about your technologies, your know-how, and you're going to be showing them things that are a secret, like your methods, for example, for doing maybe the kinds of construction that are necessary for green industries. It's so important to be careful about this, and don't be shy about asking for non-disclosure agreements. Actually, the expectation is quite mature in the Taiwan market already, because there are an awful lot of high-tech industries there. And you may, in fact, be viewed as a less serious player if you don't demonstrate how seriously you take the protection of your trade secrets. Trade secrets do need to be defined broadly enough to include what your company will be teaching the local partners and counterparts, because especially with the drive towards localization, it's important to be able to demonstrate what you consider to be secret and to include all the training you may be doing for their personnel, and to find ways to make sure that you have this covered. The important documents that you share in the course of your relationship or you keep for yourself should be very clearly marked confidential. And you need to take reasonable means to restrict access so that only persons on a need to know basis can see them. You have to be very careful about being able to demonstrate that you have taken active measures to protect your trade secrets to prevent others from being able to use them. Employees, yours and the counterparts, they need to sign agreements promising to protect your trade secrets. If you've set up a joint venture, it could be very important to have your people in key positions monitor the situation. In others, you do need to stay involved in the joint venture once set up. Maybe, for example, to have persons that you've appointed to be at the joint venture who understand that there's access to important information and who can keep the relationship on track when there's a temptation, amongst maybe the other side perhaps, especially if things go sour, to at least keep the worst things from happening. So how do you actually enforce trade secrets? Well, to enforce a trade secret, you have to prove that it exists, and you've taken the appropriate steps to keep it secret. Actually, a trade secret is broadly defined in the same way in many countries. So it is a very good idea to apply these ideas across the board wherever you happen to do business in any jurisdiction. So a trade secret in simple terms is non-public information of commercial value that is treated as confidential. And this is very useful for things like undisclosed designs, sketches, concepts, models, project proposals, customer lists, business plans, and so on. There are many different areas that can be covered. Most trade secret problems involve either former employees or potential customers or potential business partners. So again, make use fully of non-disclosure agreements and confidentiality agreements. In terms of trade secret enforcement, the good news is that you have criminal and civil options in Taiwan. The bad news is that you will have to do a lot of the legwork yourself in the preparation and in the investigation. Prosecutors will want to see what you have. They will not do much investigation until you are able to demonstrate you have enough to make a case. And one of the reasons for this is, unfortunately, there are some companies that will raise trade secret allegations about employees who didn't actually take anything, which they do as a way of harassing or trying to mess with the ex-employees who are heading off to a competitor. And in some cases, this has been done in really bad faith. So you want to show that you have a good faith argument, show that you've done your homework, that you've had your IT people, for example, go through the computer that was used by the ex-employee. Talking about computers, some incredible work has been done by forensic computer experts to go through computers and figure out even the day when the vast amounts of data were downloaded, what devices they were downloaded onto, even to identify the serial number of the USB thumb drives that were used by the former employee that was stealing the data. So you want to look at that super carefully. You don't want to have any delays. So as soon as somebody who's significant leaves your company, you should have their computer checked out and see if there's any sensitive data going off to a competitor in a way that could harm you. You do have to act fast. You can even stop those individuals from leaving the country. You can do things like that under the Taiwan legal system. There are enhanced criminal penalties as well, especially if they try to take any secrets to, for example, to China, Hong Kong, or to Macau. If you know that an employee has taken a lot of data, you know that they're heading to a competitor, you might also be able to reach out to that company and point out what is happening to them. If it's a responsible company, many globalized companies are, they will take a dim view of the possibility that the person being hired by them is accused or there's an issue over having stolen trade secrets. I should mention too that in terms of personal devices, some companies have bring your own device policies, which is, if you can avoid it, it's really not a good idea, and we would advise against it because that makes it almost impossible to protect against getting access to the computers for the purposes of installing surveillance or keystroke monitoring software. Same goes if you allow people to have their own laptops, and if employees are allowed to even to have their own phone, that too could be a problem. Taking back those company-owned pieces of equipment when an employee leaves can often uncover some really interesting stuff. So I've given you a broad brush overview then of the some of the strategies you need to think about from an intellectual property perspective. Katerina mentioned the guides. There is a specific guide developed by the China IP Helpdesk, a fact sheet on Taiwan, which will give you more data and more background information. But we, as Katerina said, we do encourage you to contact us if you have any questions at all, and if you think we can give you some advice or help. So maybe on that note, I could end my presentation and hand back to the organisers. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this very informative presentation. I really like this part of the trade secret. I think this is quite a bit. Personally, do you have many such cases and there was infringement of
Perka. Patricia, do you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Okay, we have one more company from Serbia. Milan Jovanic will present one product. It's from his from their natural health group. So I would like him to share the presentation. Okay.
Hello to everybody. Can you hear me?
Hello.
I would like to say something about our product. It's a stain remover. The name of our stain remover is a Flex Natural Cleaner. Basically, we in Serbia own a small mountain hotel on the mountain Zlatibor here in Serbia, and our company, Natural Health Group, is a part of a bigger group of companies since 2000. And actually, we work in Balkans, and we have office in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Basically, we are owner of hotel, and we have a lot of stains in our business. In the hospitality industry, we had a lot of stains in restaurant, and towels, bed sheets, you know, that problems. And our main idea was to invent some product to remove all kind of stains. One product for all kind of stains. And with the help of some laboratory here in Belgrade and technologists, 2 years we invent Flex. So it's a spray for instant removing of stains without any additional washing. So you don't need water to remove stain, you just need to spray it. Product is completely natural, remove different types of stains immediately on the spot. So you can use a small package for any situation, for a meeting, for some dinner. You can carry it in your pocket. It's easy for use. For just 1 minute, you can remove the stain. Just spray it on the stain, rub it with a finger, and you can remove the dirt with some tissue. We have 3 kinds of packages. 30 milliliter bottle is economical package. We have same 30 milliliter but glass bottle. It's a luxury package, and home package is 200 milliliter bottle. It's very good for all restaurants, cafes, hotels. As I say, we use it in our hotel, and many restaurants in Belgrade use our products. So you can remove the stain from the shirt of your guest or from the table. It's for, when I say for any kind of stain, I think about some small stains from coffee, from food, fruit, chocolate, ice cream, wine. It's not for the some hard stains from the some color for walls or something like that. Here is how you can use it, but I actually say a few minutes about that. So you spray the stain. After 20 seconds, you need to leave to start, and then rub it with the fingers, remove with tissue, and that's it. It's so easy. We got some awards for the best innovative product in 2019 and best ecological and natural product 2021. It's very important to say that Flex Natural Cleaner is all ingredients are natural, so you can eat this product. All ingredients already are used in the food industry, so you can use it with kids. This is some of our marketings and shops here in Belgrade. Now in Serbia, you can buy our product in Lili, DM, and gas stations, Nis Petrol. And do not hesitate to contact us for any additional information. Basically, we are searching for the bigger wholesalers all around the world, and you can check some videos on our YouTube channel. So you can see here we have office in Serbia, UAE. We're selling Flex in Switzerland, North Macedonia, and Bosnia. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. It was really interesting presentation, and we will continue this, I think, on the spot, as we will be leading the SME delegation to Taiwan in October, and as you mentioned, we will meet up. So surely we will have lots of questions in person as well. Now we are finishing with the agenda. Unfortunately, now I cannot share my screen, but we wanted to talk some words about the conferences which we'll be visiting, but now I'm just telling you that our SME delegation towards Taiwan will take place on the 15th of October. So the full agenda is that on the 10th of October, we will travel to Vietnam, and we will attend the Vietnam International Industrial Fair. Then we will be running some bilateral talks with SMEs and stakeholders. Then on the 15th of October, we will travel to Taipan, and the first 2 days, so 16 and 17, will be devoted to stakeholder visits, among them the IPR Helpdesk as well, and surely for the Central and Eastern European Chamber of Commerce. Then on the 18th of October, we will visit the Taiwan largest green energy exhibition, which is called Gathering Complete Renewable Energy Supply Chain. There, obviously, the delegation will have the opportunity to visit the exhibitors and run direct talks with them. And then on the 19th of October, we will travel to Singapore. Again, some days are devoted to the bilateral talks. And then on the 23rd of October, we will visit the Asia Clean Energy Summit 2023. And then the last day is 24th of October, when we will travel to the home country. We are waiting the registration of the SMEs. We are collecting the profiles, and we open the registration till mid-September, so 15th of September. Till that time, please contact your national representative of Greenerg-Pro project. Then you can discuss the details of the trip with your national representative. So thank you very much for taking your time. We will send you out all the presentations. And if you have any question, please email us. Then we will forward this and get back from the speakers. Thank you indeed for your participation. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.